The stars of the Zarin cluster burned cold and distant, like silent witnesses to the arrogance that filled the void. A vast alien armada moved through the emptiness, ships glinting with deadly light. They laughed among themselves, their voices echoing across communication networks, mocking a race they considered slow, primitive, and unworthy of attention. Humans, one alien commander sneered, scanning the sensors. Barely space-faring. They will not even last a day. The rest of the fleet joined in laughter, a chorus that shook even the strongest of their ships. Every captain, every soldier, believed victory was certain. Across the galaxy, rumors of human stubbornness were treated like jokes. No one feared them. No one respected them. Yet, far from the arrogance of the alien fleet, a single human warship drifted slowly into position. Its hull was scratched and weathered, its engines not nearly as fast as the gleaming alien vessels. It seemed weak, a relic from a war many thought humans had long abandoned. But inside, the air hummed with purpose. Commander Elena Voss stood on the bridge, eyes fixed on the stars. Her crew moved efficiently, yet with a tension that betrayed their fear. Outside, millions of tons of alien warships waited, confident that this slow human ship would crumble at the first sign of fire. Elena's voice cut through the tense hum of machinery. Check all systems. Shields, weapons, and propulsion. We may be slow, but we are not defeated yet. Her words were calm, measured, but inside, a fire burned. She remembered every story of human ingenuity and courage. Every time humans were underestimated, they had found a way to survive. And perhaps, just perhaps, survive was not enough. The sensors beeped. The aliens were coming closer, their numbers terrifying. Hundreds of massive cruisers, each armed with weapons capable of obliterating a planet in minutes. Yet, the human ship moved forward, slow but deliberate, like a predator walking into the open. On the alien flagship, the commander leaned forward, curiosity finally replacing arrogance. Why does it move so slowly? Are they surrendering? A laugh followed. Surrender? The captain hissed. They would have done that a century ago if they had the chance. Humans, they are stubborn to a fault. Meanwhile, on the human bridge, the crew continued preparations. They checked the shields again, ran simulations, and tightened every bolt they could reach. Young ensigns whispered nervously, unsure if humanity could survive what was about to happen. But Elena did not let fear rule her. She had faced impossible odds before. She had learned that humans thrived not because they were the strongest, but because they were clever. Focus, she said softly. We are not just any ship. We are humanity's last answer in this sector, and we will make them remember that. The alien fleet closed in. Their sensors painted a picture of a tiny, weak target. They expected a surrender. They expected an easy victory. And yet, something in the human ship's slow, steady advance unsettled them. Something they could not name. Suddenly, the radio channels lit with alien taunts. Their voices were harsh, mocking, confident. Humans, step aside. You cannot fight us. You cannot hide. You will die. The young ensigns flinched. Some gripped the railing. But Elena stood tall, her hand resting on the console, her mind racing with possibilities. She knew the alien fleet saw only the outside, the hull, the slow speed, the outdated tech. They did not see the minds of the humans inside, nor the cleverness that could turn weakness into strength. Minutes passed. The alien weapons glimmered in space, ready to fire. Every eye on the human ship was fixed on the approaching doom. Yet, no one moved to panic. Instead, the crew tightened their grips on the consoles, ready to turn fear into action. Elena turned to her second-in-command. When they laugh at us, it is because they underestimate what humans are capable of. Let them laugh. Let them think this is the end. Then we will show them the truth. The alien fleet halted a moment, sensing the calm determination of their target. They had faced foes before, but never like this. Never one that dared to stand so slow and so still in the face of annihilation. Then silence filled the void. Only the hum of the human ship's engines, moving slowly but steadily forward. The galaxy seemed to hold its breath. For the first time, the aliens hesitated. Could these fragile humans really be more than a nuisance? Elena's eyes glimmered with resolve. "Prepare weapons," she whispered. "Not yet, but soon." And in the vast, empty dark, the slow human warship drifted forward, a small against an ocean of firepower, carrying the weight of an entire species on its shoulders. The galaxy laughed at them, yes, but it would not laugh for long, because when the humans fired, the galaxy would shiver. The human warship drifted forward, slow and deliberate, its engines humming steadily. Outside, the alien fleet stretched across the stars, a living nightmare, glinting with power and deadly intent. They expected fear. They expected surrender. Yet inside the ship, the crew moved with calm determination. Commander Elena Voss stood at the bridge, eyes scanning every readout. The ship might be old and slow, but every system was tuned and ready. Every human on board knew their task. Every mind was alert, every hand steady. Her second-in-command, Lieutenant Rian Cole, approached quietly. "Commander, sensors show they are forming attack patterns. They plan to surround us completely." Elena nodded, not taking her eyes off the screen. "Let them form their circle. Every movement they make is a mistake. Every arrogance-filled maneuver is something we can use. Humans survive because we think differently." The crew whispered among themselves, tension heavy in the air. Young ensigns had never faced such a massive fleet before, but Elena's presence was steadying. Her calm courage spread like a shield through the room. They would follow her lead, even if fear gnawed at their hearts. On the alien flagship, the commanding officer tapped his claws impatiently. Why haven't they fled? Why haven't they surrendered? Move in, destroy them. But even the aliens hesitated. The humans were too composed, too quiet, too still. It was almost unsettling. For all their arrogance, they could sense something dangerous in this slow ship. Back on the human bridge, Elena gave quiet orders. Shields were boosted in strategic patterns. Weapon systems were tested. Emergency maneuvers were prepared. Every human knew their role, every eye watching for the first sign of the enemy. Rian leaned over, lowering his voice. "Commander, the fleet hasn't fired yet. It's like they are waiting." Elena's eyes narrowed. "Of course they are. They are arrogant. They think they have already won. But we have time. Time to prepare. Time to plan. When they strike, they won't know what hit them." The human crew began to move with precision. Engineers recalibrated shields, adjusting energy flow to weak points the aliens could not see. Weapons officers checked targeting systems that could deliver precise strikes at long range. The slow warship, though small and outdated compared to the alien armada, became a machine of silent efficiency. And then the taunts came again. Alien voices echoed over the radio, cruel and mocking. "Humans, you cannot survive. Surrender now and your deaths will be quick. Resist and it will be worse." Some of the younger crew flinched at the harsh tone, but Elena smiled faintly. "Good," she said. "Let them speak. Every word makes them slower, more predictable. Their arrogance is our advantage." Minutes passed. The human ship moved forward, steady and silent. Outside, the alien fleet adjusted their positions, forming intricate patterns of attack. They were confident. They were powerful. They did not yet understand that the humans were not reacting to them. They were controlling the situation in ways the aliens could not see. In the mess hall, engineers and technicians whispered among themselves. "Do you really think we can survive this?" one young technician asked. Another shook his head. "I don't know, but I trust Commander Voss. If she believes it, we follow. That's what humans do." On the bridge, Elena turned to the entire crew. "Listen carefully. Today, we are slow, but we are not weak. We are few, but we are clever. They expect fear, but we will give them calculation. They expect surrender, but we will give them surprise. Humanity survives because we think when others act blindly. Humanity wins because we adapt when others cannot." The crew straightened, hearts pounding with resolve. The slow human warship might seem fragile, a relic of older battles. But inside, humans were alive with courage and cleverness. Every mind was a weapon, every hand a tool of survival. The alien fleet finally moved, sending waves of fighter ships to probe the human defenses. Lasers cut through space, illuminating the cold dark with deadly streaks. The human ship's shields flared, absorbing and deflecting the attacks. Every strike was calculated, every counter precise. Elena watched calmly. Good. Let them come closer. Let them believe they control the fight. Then we will show them what humanity can do. And in the silence that followed, broken only by the hum of engines and distant alien fire, the galaxy seemed to pause. The slow human ship stood ready, carrying the hope of a species underestimated by all who thought them weak. The storm was coming, but humans were ready. When it hit, the galaxy would not forget. The quiet of space shattered with fire. Alien beams cut through the void, striking the human warship shields. Sparks danced across the hull as the weapons slammed against their defenses. The crew braced themselves, hearts pounding, but the ship held. Commander Elena Voss stood at the bridge, calm but alert. Status report, she said. Lieutenant Rian Cole's fingers flew across the console. Shields holding. Commander, weapons are ready. Alien fleet. Hundreds of ships in formation. They expected us to break, but we haven't even flinched. Elena nodded. Good. Keep it steady. Remember, they may be stronger, but they are predictable. Watch their moves. Every pattern they make is an opportunity. Outside, the alien fleet's arrogance began to falter. They had expected a trembling human crew, a surrender, or at least a weak attempt at defense. Instead, the small warship moved with calm precision. Their massive weapons struck the shields, but nothing broke. Confusion spread among the alien captains. On the bridge, the humans adjusted weapon systems. A glimmer of hope passed through the young crew. They weren't just surviving. They were fighting back, subtly, cleverly. Commander, Rian said, voice low, I think they're underestimating our range. They're clustering too close. Elena smiled faintly. Exactly. That's what we need. Keep them tight. Let's show them humans can fight in ways they don't expect. The first wave of alien fighters approached. They moved fast, sleek, confident. But the human ship's targeting systems, though simple by alien standards, were precise. Lasers streaked through the void, intercepting the fighters before they could reach the hull. The aliens had expected minimal resistance. They were wrong. A cheer echoed softly through bridge, but Elena silenced it with a wave. Stay focused. This is only the beginning. Then came the next surprise. From hidden compartments along the warship's hull, small missile pods launched silently. They struck alien ships in unexpected locations, disabling engines and sensors. Alarms blared across the alien fleet. Their arrogance wavered. Their confidence faltered. The aliens, massive and powerful, could not believe it. How? How can a single ship... One commander stammered over comms, panic creeping into his voice. Elena remained calm. They see us as weak, she thought, but humans survive because we think differently. We turn every disadvantage into strength. Let's keep moving. The alien fleet tried a chain formation, but the humans anticipated every adjustment. Shields shifted, weapons recalibrated. Every move countered. It was a delicate dance, the old warship moving slowly, carefully, but with lethal precision. Young crew members whispered in awe. They said we couldn't survive. We're surviving and hitting them back. Yes, Elena replied softly, but survival alone isn't enough. Watch, learn, and strike at the perfect moment. The galaxy laughs at us now, but soon it will remember. The aliens fired again, larger beams, more destructive this time. The warship shook, hull creaking under the force. Smoke hissed from vented compartments. Alarms blared. But the crew worked flawlessly, dampening the panic, patching minor damage instantly. Suddenly, a flash across the void, an alien cruiser hit by a precise strike. Spinning out of control, the bridge erupted with cheers, but Elena held up a hand. Focus. That was a warning, not the end. Keep your mind sharp. Rian grinned. Commander, they're panicking. Their formation is breaking. Elena's eyes narrowed. Good. Let them underestimate us more. Let them believe the slow human ship is fragile. When they think they've seen everything will surprise them again. The alien fleet, confident a moment ago, now hesitated. They had expected an easy kill, a quick victory. But the humans were proving impossible to destroy, even with overwhelming firepower. Every attack they launched was met with clever defense. Every move they made was anticipated, countered, or turned against them. In that moment, the small human ship was no longer just a warship. It was a symbol of resilience, ingenuity, and courage. The galaxy watched silently, waiting to see if the humans could truly stand against impossible odds. And in the tension-filled silence, Commander Elena whispered to herself, "Soon they will see. Humanity is not slow. Humanity is unstoppable." The human warship drifted slowly, almost innocently, among the vast alien fleet. To the alien commanders, it looked like a fragile, easy target. They had watched it survive initial attacks and assumed it was luck, nothing more. They did not yet understand that the humans had a plan, one hidden weapon, one perfect strike that could change everything. Commander Elena Voss paced the bridge, her eyes calm but sharp. "All systems ready," she said. "Weapons are charged. Shields are stable. Now we do what they never expected." Lieutenant Rian Cole glanced nervously at the displays. "Commander, this is it? You really think one strike can—" Elena cut him off. "Not one strike. The right strike. Watch carefully. Timing is everything." The alien fleet shifted, preparing to crush the human ship once and for all. Their massive warships formed layers, confident that even if the humans had some tricks, sheer numbers would prevail. Their arrogance blinded them. Then, from deep within the human warship, something hidden for years hummed to life. A single massive railgun, ancient tech by galactic standards, slow to fire, but devastating in power, loaded and aligned perfectly. It was humanity's secret, their hidden edge. "Fire," Elena commanded softly. The weapon discharged. A streak of light shot across space, almost imperceptible at first. Then, with impossible force, it struck the lead alien cruiser. The impact was catastrophic. Explosions rippled across the ship, tearing it apart. Debris scattered into the void, and the fleet reeled in shock. The alien commander screamed in disbelief. How can one ship? Other humans on the bridge barely breathed, their eyes wide with awe. "We did it," whispered an ensign. Elena did not smile. She already knew the battle was far from over. "Good," she said quietly. "Now, let's finish what we started." The aliens scrambled, trying to understand what had just happened. Their massive fleet, confident and proud, now faced a single human warship capable of striking with precision and power they could not anticipate. Confusion spread across their ranks. Rian grinned. "They're panicking, Commander. They don't know how to respond." Elena nodded. "Exactly. Panic is our ally. Let's make them hesitate even more." From hidden missile pods to clever decoy maneuvers, the human ship struck again and again. Each move was unexpected, unpredictable. Every attack seemed small on its own, but together they shredded alien coordination. The massive armada, once united and confident, now broke apart in chaos. The aliens had laughed at humanity, assumed the humans were slow and weak. And now, with one precise strike, the truth hit them. Humans were dangerous, clever, unpredictable, fearless. The bridge crew cheered softly, not from joy, but from a tense realization. They were showing the galaxy the strength of human ingenuity. Elena's eyes scanned the alien formations. "They still have numbers," she said, "but they're off balance. They are reacting, not planning. That is how we win." In the alien flagship, commanders yelled orders, "Try to regroup, try to understand the impossible." Every move they made was anticipated by the humans. Every arrogant calculation failed. And in the vast emptiness of space, one small, slow human warship held the power to shake the galaxy. It had been underestimated, mocked, dismissed. But now it was a storm. Elena turned to her crew. "Hold fast. We are the future of humanity. Every strike, every maneuver, every risk proves that we are not slow. We are unstoppable." The galaxy watched silently. The laughing aliens were learning the hard way. Never underestimate humanity. The alien fleet reeled in confusion. Their perfectly organized formations were now shattered, their pride replaced with panic. Every commander stared at their displays, trying to comprehend the small human ship that had just destroyed their lead cruiser. Inside the human warship, the crew moved with precision. No panic, no hesitation, only focus. Each human knew the pattern of the alien attacks and exploited it. Every maneuver the aliens made was anticipated, turned to the humans' advantage. Commander Elena Voss leaned on the console, her eyes sharp. "They are scrambling," she said. "Keep hitting them where they are weakest. Their confidence is gone. They will make mistakes." Lieutenant Rian Cole adjusted targeting controls. "Commander, we can use a debris field from the destroyed cruiser. If we lure them into it, their formations will collapse further." Elena nodded. "Do it. Every advantage counts. Humans survive because we see opportunities where others see only danger." The alien fleet hesitated, unsure of their next move. Their arrogance had blinded them, and now every decision was second-guessed. One cruiser moved too close to the debris. Another miscalculated a turn, colliding with its own ship. Chaos rippled across the armada. On the bridge, young ensigns exchanged nervous glances, then smiled with cautious excitement. They realized that humans were not just surviving, they were winning. "Commander," Rian said, voice tense but excited. "They're breaking apart. They're panicking." Elena's lips curved into a faint smile. "Yes, panic is contagious. We are the cause of it. Keep pressing. Let's make them fear humans more than they fear our weapons." The slow human warship moved deliberately, almost teasingly, through the alien fleet. Hidden missile pods struck key ships, disabling engines and sensors. Railgun shots smashed through critical points, leaving wreckage drifting across space. Every strike was precise, every movement calculated. The aliens tried to regroup, forming new formations, but it was too late. Their coordination was shattered. Confusion spread from the front lines to the command ships. Commands overlapped, contradicting each other. Every mistake amplified by human cunning. One alien commander screamed in frustration. "They are impossible. How can one ship cause as much chaos?" Elena's eyes never left the tactical display. Because humans adapt, we do not follow rules blindly. We think, we improvise, and we endure. That is why we survive. That is why we win. Fighters swarmed from a human ship, small and fast, targeting weak points in the alien cruisers. Explosions lit the dark void like distant stars flickering out. The massive armada, once confident, was now in disarray. On the bridge, the crew worked seamlessly. Engineers rerouted power to shields. Weapons officers recalculated trajectories in real time, and Elena guided every decision with calm authority. The human ship may have been slow, but it was deadly. Rian grinned. "Commander, I think we're turning the tide. They don't know where to strike. They're reacting to us instead of planning." Elena's eyes narrowed. "Good. Let them realize humans are not easy prey. Let them fear every movement, every calculation. They laughed at us, now they see the truth." In the emptiness of space, a small human warship had shattered the confidence of a massive alien fleet. The galaxy watched silently, witnessing an underdog's brilliance. The tide of battle had shifted. The slow human ship was no longer just surviving. It was controlling the fight, and humanity's cleverness had begun to echo across the stars. The alien fleet faltered. Ships that once moved with deadly precision now drifted in chaos. Commanders barked orders, but their own officers hesitated. Every calculation they had made was rendered useless by one human warship. One slow, small ship that had shattered their arrogance with unexpected force and cunning. Across human-controlled space, news of the battle spread like wildfire. Stations, colonies, and outposts picked up fragments of the conflict. Humans are fighting back. Transmissions crackled across the network. They survived against impossible odds. Inside the human warship, the bridge crew worked with calm efficiency. Commander Elena Voss observed the alien fleet, noting every weakness. They panicked because they assumed we would be weak. she said softly. But humans are not weak. We survive because we see opportunities where others see danger. Lieutenant Rian Cole grinned. Commander, they're scattering. Their smaller ships are breaking off from the main fleet. This is incredible. Elena's eyes narrowed. Yes, but don't celebrate yet. We've forced them to reveal their mistakes, but the fight is not over. Humans win because we strike with precision. They may regroup and strike back if we let them. From hidden launch bays, small human fighters darted through space, striking at alien supply ships and sensor arrays. Railgun shots tore through alien cruisers, leaving wreckage drifting silently in the void. Every attack was carefully measured, designed not just to destroy, but to unbalance the enemy further. On the alien flagship, panic was spreading. What are they? One commander shouted. One ship. How can one ship cause this? Confusion ran through their ranks. Orders conflicted. Cruisers collided in their haste. The aliens had underestimated humans, and now they faced the consequences. Meanwhile, news reached nearby sectors. Other species, allies and enemies alike, observed the battle with shock. The humans, who had been laughed at, underestimated, dismissed, were now a force to be reckoned with. Reports of a slow human warship decimating a powerful armada spread like a shockwave across the galaxy. On the human bridge, Elena addressed her crew. Look at what we've accomplished. The galaxy doubted us. The aliens laughed at us. But they see the truth now. We are not to be ignored. We are not to be underestimated. Humanity survives, and humanity conquers because we think differently. We act when others hesitate. The alien fleet began a disorganized retreat. Ships limped away, their engines damaged, their formations shattered. Humiliation spread among their commanders. The galaxy itself seemed to whisper in awe and disbelief. Humans had won against impossible odds. Rian Cole leaned over the console, eyes wide. Commander, look. Other fleets are sending messages. They're warning each other about humans. We've changed everything. Elena nodded slowly. Yes, we've shown the galaxy the truth. Humans are clever. Humans are strong. Humans survive and adapt. And now everyone knows it. In the void of space, debris from the destroyed alien ships drifted silently. The human warship, slow and battered, glided through the wreckage unscathed. Its crew was tired but victorious. For the first time in generations, the galaxy saw the full potential of humanity. The laughing voices that once mocked humans had vanished. In their place was fear, respect, and disbelief. The galaxy had learned a lesson it would never forget. Never underestimate humanity. And Commander Elena Voss knew the final battle was coming. But for now, humanity had earned its first victory, a victory that would echo across the stars. The remnants of the alien fleet trembled in disarray. Their pride shattered, their formations destroyed. They barely held together. Yet some still hoped to strike back, to reclaim control of the battle. But humanity was ready. Every move the aliens made was anticipated, every weakness exploited. Commander Elena Voss stood tall on the bridge, her gaze steady. This is it, she said softly. The moment we've been preparing for. The moment humanity proves it cannot be defeated. Lieutenant Rian Cole nodded, determination blazing in his eyes. We have them off balance, Commander. Now we finish this. The human warship, slow and unassuming, moved into the perfect position. Hidden railguns, missile pods, and fighters waited for command. This was not just survival. This was victory. Fire everything, Elena ordered. The first railgun shot tore through the lead alien cruiser, obliterating its engines. Missile pods followed, striking at key systems across the fleet. Human fighters darted between massive alien warships, disabling sensors, engines, and weapon arrays. Every attack was precise, every strike devastating. The alien commander screamed in frustration. Impossible. How can one ship, one species do this? The galaxy watched in silence as a slow human warship unleashed a storm of calculated attacks. Ships that had once loomed as terrifying giants now drifted helplessly, wrecked and burning. Humanity, underestimated for so long, had turned their cunning into an unstoppable force. On the bridge, The human crew worked like a single organism. Shields adjusted, weapons recalibrated, fighters launched, all in perfect coordination. There was no panic, no hesitation, just efficiency, bravery, and cleverness. Elena's voice rang calm and firm. They laughed at us. They thought we were weak. They thought we were slow. But humans survive because we think. Humans win because we adapt. And today, the galaxy sees what we are capable of. The alien fleet attempted one last coordinated strike, but it was too late. Their ships, damaged and confused, were no match for precise human tactics. One by one, they fell. Engines failed, weapons malfunctioned, and the prideful armada disintegrated under the relentless assault of a single human warship. Finally, silence returned to the void of space. The alien fleet was defeated. The remnants fled, humiliated, and wary of ever-challenging humanity again. The crew of the human ship let out a collective breath, their exhaustion tempered by elation. They had survived impossible odds. They had defeated an entire armada. They had shown the galaxy that humanity was not just clever and resilient. It was unstoppable. Elena looked out at the stars, her mind steady despite the magnitude of their victory. "This is only the beginning," she said softly. "The galaxy will remember today. Humans are not just survivors. We are conquerors of our destiny." In the silent expanse of space, the slow human warship glided forward, battered but unbroken, a symbol of ingenuity, courage, and perseverance. Across the stars, species that had laughed at humanity would now think twice. The galaxy had witnessed a triumph of spirit, strategy, and heart, and humanity had proven, once and for all, that no matter the odds, cleverness, bravery, and determination could overcome even the greatest of challenges. The galaxy would never forget. The stars were quiet now, but the echoes of battle lingered. The alien fleet, once proud and invincible, had retreated in shame. Across the galaxy, news spread like wildfire. A single, slow human warship had defeated a massive armada. The story of humanity's cunning and courage became legend almost instantly. Commander Elena Voss stood on the bridge, staring out at the vast emptiness. The warship bore scratches and dents in the battle, but it floated with dignity. Behind her, the crew worked quietly, exhausted but proud. "Commander," Lieutenant Riancole said, "they're sending messages to their home sectors. Other civilizations are warning each other about humans. They fear us now." Elena nodded. "Good. Let them fear what they do not understand. Humans are slow," they said. "Humans are weak," they said. "And yet here we are. Humanity survives because we think differently. Humanity triumphs because we do not give up." Across human space, celebrations erupted. Colonies and stations hailed the crew as heroes. The galaxy had laughed at humanity for centuries, but now it listened, watched, and respected. Humans were no longer just a species. They were a force, clever and fearless, capable of standing against overwhelming odds. In diplomatic stations, alien leaders reconsidered every interaction with humans. They recalculated every assumption. The laughter that once greeted humanity was replaced with caution, respect, and a hint of fear. One small, slow warship had rewritten the galaxy's understanding of what humans could do. Back on the human warship, Elena turned to her crew. "We've done more than survive," she said. "We've changed the galaxy's story about humanity. This is our legacy. Every human who fights, thinks, or dares to challenge the impossible is part of it." The young ensigns exchanged proud smiles. They had witnessed history, and they had been part of it. Every fear they had felt before the battle was now replaced with pride and determination. Rian spoke softly, almost in awe. "You think they'll ever stop underestimating us?" Elena smiled. "Maybe, but let them. Every time they do, we will show them that humans are unstoppable. That is who we are. That is our way. And the galaxy will never forget." Outside, stars glittered like diamonds, silent witnesses to humanity's rise. The small warship glided forward, slow, steady, and unyielding. It was more than a ship, it was a symbol, a reminder that courage, cleverness, and determination could defy the impossible. And as the galaxy adjusted to the new reality, one thing became clear. Humanity's story had only just begun.